What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I'm a top player in Risk Global Domination. The daily release on YouTube. I'm doing weekday streams on Twitch. And if you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channels. Come along the ride with me, folks. We're doing some KPO2 practice. This is round one. We got 6 KPO2 practice opponents in our game, and we will see how the cookie crumbles. So bearing in mind, folks, we're doing a practice game for the tournament, so this is not going to be your normal game of Classic Fix. This is going to be a Classic Fix game scored with placement and bounties. Okay? I'll show you the settings first. This is settings for round 1. Fix World Domination on Classic, Auto 60, Medium Bot, Automated. Fix cards, alliances are on, fog blizzards, and portals are off. I'm in the 3rd seat. Not a seat I would necessarily love to be in, but it looks like I have a Europe spawn. So that's how we're going to play it. Okay. Thank you, Fluffy Drift with the Prime. Thank you, Grateful Sean, again for the bits there. Thank you, JTB, for the Prime sub. Thank you, Wubs Astro, for the resub. I'm always impressed and validated to realize that you folks would support me in this work. I always want to remind people that you don't owe me a dime, and I'm so glad that you would spend your time with me and that you enjoy the show. In the first position, we've opened Tanyao, flying the flag of the Netherlands. Open its ranks as a master right now with 647 hours and 110 to 276 ranked. In the second seat, we have Centauri, flying the flag of Poland, an expert ranked player with 2 or 3 hours in the game. 66 and 103. I am in the 3rd position, playing as red, and we still cannot check our stats, play with friends while we are live for some reason in the... Ooh. How do I get that way? Just don't give up any ground in Europe, I don't think. No reason for me to, right? Europe is going to be mine. That's how we do it. And beep and boop. Okay, in the 4th position, we have Little Banana Juice flying the flag of Denmark, ranked as an expert. All these GMs LARPing as experts, 243 hours in the game, and 136 to 264. He takes Australia on the first turn. In the 5th position, another Dane. We got Ambi, ranked as a beginner, 18 hours in the game. Right on, Ambi. And 2 and 29. Good luck, sir. In the final seat, the white player from an unspecified location. He's definitely not that dude, but the dude still abides. 110 hours played, 45 to 152. All right, baby. Let's see how the cookie crumbles. So points, you get 2 placement points per placement. So final placement, 2, 5th, 4, 4th, 6, 3rd, 8. Second place is worth 10 points, and first place is worth 12. Plus, you get bounties when you take a kill. Your first kill is worth 3. Your second kill is also worth 3, and then 2, and then 1 and 1. A perfect game is 12, plus 3, plus 3. 12 plus 6 is 18, plus 2, 20, plus 1 and 1. 22 is a perfect game on these settings. Okay. Yeah. I'm curious to see where everyone shakes out. Are they teaming? What do you mean, are they teaming? Alliances are on, so we can communicate ideally. Green looks like they're going to push white into North America with this play. Yeah, and then either the 4 connects down. Oh, that surprises me. I would have waited. Opens probably sees it slightly differently than I do, but I would have waited one more turn to depressurize Africa, and I would actually connected that all the way in. But I like his open a lot. Opens open. Okay, so blue is sitting in Africa. Pretty clear Africa spawn. And do I get a card? So I spawned with a 6 stack, which sucks. I mean, I could get a card here. That probably gets popped. I think what I do here is I push the black stack out and kind of force black to allow. Yeah, we get punished with the fucking 2v1. Of course we do.
Well, there we go. No one's taking my shit. It's fine. And I have an exterior position, which probably maintains, and that's good to just avoid getting killed early. Thanks again, AJ Cheese, for the Prime. Did you know you could sub with Prime? Keep pumping out the great content. I shall try. Thank you, AJ. This tournament was the date to join. We have missed the signups. Signups are now closed, but the donation is still open. And if you wouldn't believe it, we've crossed $3,500 in community source prize money. We haven't even found a sponsor yet. Asking Black to politely vacate my Europe. What a gentleman. What a gentleman he is. Hey, what's up, Z-Nuts? We go nuts for Z-Nuts. All right, stays in the bonus, though. Hasn't left yet. Okay. Lots of players and lots of players' ways. Now it's gonna all shake up on who gets sets. Hey Pete, I know you say you can't win your own tournament, so yes. Where's this one going? And Open intentionally doesn't connect the 6 because he wants an exterior position in Asia. I don't know that I would put anything on that 4. NA is just too congested. And now we wait for cards, I think. Nope, no set on 3. Johnny says, hide those guns before the Canadian police come and get you. Oh, baby. How you doing, Johnny? It's good, my man. I can't hide those guns. I got these lift redeems I got to do. Okay, Little Banana's just stunting on people at this point. Dude, I hope Black takes a set and pumps it right into you. You're fucking just walking all over this board with stacks not even guarding his Australia. I hope Black does the noob slam, bro. You got to put more troops on that 8. Set on 3, how many percentage? I think it's like 1/3-ish, depending on the map. Each map has a different number of territories. Each map has a different deck of cards, which corresponds to those territories. What's Ultima says, hope you're doing well and didn't get affected by the storms that went up the East Coast. We got a little bit of rain here today. Can you share how many people are DQ'd due to their involvement? No one's DQ'd due to their involvement in running. Well, I'm gonna play. I probably can't win, but I'm gonna play. What's up, Bold Thumb? Hello. Hey, dude. Hooked on your YouTube vids for a few days. Glad I could catch a stream. Downloaded the game today and played my first 2 ranked free-for-all games. Won both. One was against a master, an expert, and 2 intermediates. You try to attack yellow? You also need to hit me. Got it. Your strategy and game theory have been super helpful. Fuck yeah. Thanks, man. Okay, so we lose an exterior 2 stack instead of hitting a 1. That's an aggressive move by white instead of a friendly move. How are we going to get informed about the tournament schedule? You would be pinged, and then you'll check out the spreadsheet, and you'll see your time. Jonkin says, about to get to GM, thanks to you, what I've learned from you. What would you consider a good win rate in Classic Fixed? If you have a winning record in Classic Fixed, you're amazing. Yeah, I don't see any reason why blue doesn't take Africa here. With a set? Oh, that's what. Yeah, I like that too. Unless he was about to just end Open Tanyao. You probably could have done that too. Yeah, we lose a troop. Alright, so we're sitting on 4 cards. And we get a set. Good. Feeling good now? Anything better than a 16% win rate is great. Yeah, if you're playing 6-player games. A little banana took my advice and put more troops on Indonesia. Pete, are you going to go for Europe if White leaves? No, I'm going to go for Europe whether or not White leaves. I'm going to be taking Europe now. White has had his chance to leave, and instead he smacked it too. So it's time. So bold thumb. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, sir. Thank you so much. Oh, black has a bunch of different positions. Dude, I bet you Open's butthole clenches from here too, man. You want to fucking pop in there, maybe. We'll see. We'll see who. It looks like this board is stabilizing without kills, which kind of sucks. We might be in for a longer haul, but that's okay. Jordan Evers 2024. First time catching you live. You get this a lot, but I appreciate the work you're putting in, sending you love from the UK. Cheers, man. Thank you, Jordan. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Pete, do you think you'd prefer Texas to California? The politics are more pro-individual freedom with less taxes, lower cost of living, but you have to put up with lame accents, fake cowboys, and people in inferiority complexes about the size of their state. I think I'd probably enjoy living in Texas. For the cost of living, I want to live on the ocean, so I do know that Texas has coast. But yeah, it all depends, right? Not just on me, but it all depends on. Okay, blue has 2 exterior positions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we set here. Yeah, we take Europe. That's all. Oh, fuck off with your face there. Don't you give me that. Don't you give me that bullshit. Of course I take Europe. All right. We have a stable board now with all 6 players still alive. This one could go for a while yet. So at some point, people start thinking about their bounties because that's going to be their best placement, or they start using the alliances to team on other players. And this is probably going to happen not in too many of your games because I bet you there might be some games with bots, and there's probably going to be some games with a much wider skill distribution than this one. Everyone in this game seems to be pretty good, so that causes them to play correctly, which means the game, goes longer than a typical round 1 KPO2 game, but it's all good. White and black seem in a standoff with yellow preying on them. I don't know, maybe a little banana wants to live dangerously. Okay, black has had too much of the heat. Gets out of the kitchen. Okay. All right. Does white have a trade? No. Sits on 5. Little banana also on 5. Does open get the kill? No. That stupid 11. I don't like that 11. Pops the 4? We'll see how this one goes. Seems like the right move for black. Getting out? Yeah, seems like the right move for black. No, he closes the line off that stack. Interesting. Interesting. I like blue's positioning best? Yeah, well, they got their continent earliest, so. Is 5 hours a long game for progressive caps on classic map? Yeah. Okay. I don't hate this either. Thank you, Blue Lightning, for the prime there. Thank you so much. Hey, Pete, I'm so impressed with the organization of the KPO2. You're all masters at herding cats. The group page on the website is pro. Yeah, Drew is a good coder for sure. And then we got some very talented people working on Drew with the website design, Spud with the tournament organization, and all the event helpers. And then Kyle with the settings and structure. This is very, very lucky to have so many people sort of sharing the vision, building competitive risk into what I believe is its destiny. So yes, this is round 1 KPO. And Little Banana, no! Little Banana. Can Black snag the kill? Or think you're making a fixed hot dog stand or a progressive hot dog stand? What? Don't forget the event helper and the settings tester. Yeah, I said event helpers. Setting tester, go fuck themselves. No, I'm just kidding. There's so many people who are into this. Like, I love it. It means a lot to me. It's very special that people are on the team, All right, what does Black's play? Puts his troops back in North America. I love that play. That's a great play. He's like, well, there's no more troops in here anymore. Might as well somebody have it. I love that play. Okay, White Sets gets the 8. Revenge? Open. Okay, what are your thoughts on the perception another player gets of you when you ask them to attack another player? Is it likely that they think you could be at the same time asking someone else to attack them? Well, that's the whole thing, right? That's the whole reason the way alliances are instituted in this game are so interesting. Because it's a free-for-all game. So at some point you have to accept and understand that every single thing said via alliance request is manipulative inherently. White says good game. Okay. Good game, sir. Okay, we get the first bounty. Someone should have fed you white. Yeah, a Little Banana. Now Little Banana's in a bit of a rougher spot. Good thing you had cards, though. What am I studying? What were you studying in school? I'm a philosophy student. My university was in philosophy. Hey, Pete, what was the most interesting thing you learned while getting your degree in philosophy? It's the single most interesting thing I learned in all of my school. Never thought about it that way. So my knee-jerk reaction when you said that was Guns, Germs, and Steel by Jared Diamond, which isn't even a philosophy book. It's an anthropology book. But that was just the first thing that came to mind. If you guys don't know what Jared Diamond is talking about, it's a very, very interesting book. Long story short about the synopsis of Guns, Germs, and Steel. Imagine that racism is stupid. Just hypothetically. Let's pretend that's a really stupid concept. And then we ask the question, why did Europe colonize the world? Why was Europe the most successful society technologically for its time period? And Jared Diamond goes about assume that there's no superiority of white Europeans, right? Assume that like that's a nonsense concept. And then how do we go about explaining why Europe was the most successful? And he basically, it comes down to geography, right? Jared Diamond puts forth a theory that says it was pretty much geographically determined based on the way Europe is structured and its position in the world, which I thought was very interesting, right? It's great to have someone try and answer a question like that without appealing to, nonsense concepts of superiority or inferiority. Oh, we're taking a bounty. Okay, so we lose black here. Right. GG Amby. Cheers, man. What did you do to get so smart and knowledgeable? I have a really good memory, and I'm just interested in a lot of stuff. So that's why I wouldn't say I'm so smart. I'm probably about as smart as I ever was, but I'm very knowledgeable because I tend to remember facts and don't lose them after they're in there. So if you're a little banana here, you really, really need to get out of Australia. So the question then becomes, does Centauri take North America? And if not, yeah, I mean, bit of a sticky wicket, right? Like, bit of a sticky wicket here. I don't mind chilling for a turn and seeing what happens. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not fucking you up. I could have, but I didn't. Someone else will, though. I'm pretty sure. Someone on 5 cards. There's no reason not to. Open is gonna activate that 24 sack. If it activates into Mexico, that's predatory to blue. If it activates into Africa, it still might be. So we'll see which way it goes. Do you prefer push-ups or karaoke? Someone's gotten the karaoke already, but I don't know what milkshake is. So did we get an artist for milkshake? Sapiens? Oh, dude, I love Sapiens. I loved Sapiens so much that I immediately read his second and third book. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari is a history book that discusses the history of all humanity. Okay. We're feeding blue. Okay. So yeah, I loved it, and I think Sapiens will be regarded as a historically significant book in the future. My Milkshake by Khalees. Oh, the Khalees milkshake song. Sure, I could probably try that. And they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. That one? All right, so open kills Old Banana and then kills Centauri, I'm guessing. Doesn't quite have it. Pete, do you think we come from apes, which is a theory? What do you mean we come from? Are you asking if I believe in evolution? Yes. Yeah, very much so. We are primates. I've learned a lot about theory of human evolution. I love the subject. Okay. Yeah. We're manually open 10, yeah. Oh boy. It's not proven. Well, the whole thing about whether or not scientific theories are proven or unproven, like, think about it this way. So, science is not a method of proof. It's not a method of truth. It's a method of falsifiability. So you can never actually prove something with the scientific method to 100% certainty, but you don't need to. You just need to make sure it's proved well enough. And in this case, we have extremely conclusive evidence to suggest that it is most probabilistically likely that we are descended from apes and not any other nonsense concept. All right. I think we get first and 3. Sure, it'd be great if our KPO game went like this, wouldn't it? Probably could have more efficiently pathed that out, but I think that's a pretty conclusive first and 3. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Apes are God. Did science disprove God? Oh man, the whole like religion thing. You would love my philosophy forum. So we have a philosophy forum on the Kill Pete Strategy Discord where I think it was originally Truth Powers who was like trying to prove or disprove God. I forget which one it was. And the perspective of someone who is a self-described person of faith, but I am a non-religious person of faith, and how the fuck does that make any sense? The best way I can describe it to you guys is the notion that we need to prove the existence of God or disprove the existence of God is some of the most childish, simplistic thinking. Like, the whole thing about faith is believing in something that is improvable. That's like literally what faith means, first and 3. So what do we get? 12. I think 20-point round? We hope this happens. Yeah, the whole thing about faith is that it's not provable, right? The definition of faith is belief without proof. So the seeking of the proof is just it's just a fundamental misunderstanding of what faith is, right? So if you want to talk about religion, I would say my personal take is that anyone else telling me how I should think is somewhere between arrogant and insulting. So how dare you presume to tell me how I should think? And I'm not sitting here telling you guys how you should think, but I'm happy to share how I think. And if religion is a benefit to you, if it makes you more loving, more generous, then it's a beautiful thing. And if it makes you for a second harm another person, then you should probably reconsider who's telling you to do that. And I love you guys. So thank you. And that was a fun practice. We're going to do another, but I'm going to end the YouTube video here. Thank you for all of you on the path to world domination. Good games and good luck.